show some love for this wonderful woman, artist. You know what? I can't think of any much more to say about her. I'm gonna let her work speak for itself. Please welcome Logen Cure to the mic. Y'all give it up for Logen.
DFW was home, but I spent a few years in North Carolina. I did my MFA up there, so I was doing a lot of writing my 3 years in North Carolina. This is Residence of Refuge. The air in North Carolina tastes like nothing, smells like nothing, like it could be anything. I'm still surprised at how clean it feels, how I am aware that the heaviness in my lungs is something I carry, not something that surrounds me anymore. I remember how the air in Texas came to mean too much, how that red dirt smell went from a vague stirring to an unbearable ache. From here, Texas seems like pretty postcards of familiar landmarks, movie sets that replicate stories I tell, dreamscapes I sometimes visit and always leave. The sky in the Texas desert is too uninterrupted to be real, too sublimely colossal. You could see storms miles off, lightning flickering quick as fireflies. To see the sky in North Carolina, you have to look up. What comes for you here just comes.
Yeah.
Right, so I don't know if you've ever had a breakup that happens very publicly, and then a bunch of people have some things to say and some questions to ask. I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody but me. This is condolences. From now on, I will tell people that you died. I will say it calmly, without tears. It is not that I want pity or take pleasure in lying. I have simply grown tired of mapping the perforations we made, intolerant of questions concerning who broke what. I officially excuse myself from this exercise. I am not interested in people's opinions of my victim or villainhood. The only thing people should be allowed to say to me about you is, "I'm sorry for your loss."
That's it.
And when they ask me what happened to you, I will tell them without hesitation that one day your heart just stopped. Sliding doors exhibit at the Tate Modern. She took my hand, more the imitation of a memory than an act of affection. And we walked forward, approaching the mirrored automatic doors, our reflection, the image we had created and recreated over years, the image we had projected into our future, and we watched it split. It took no force, no pushing against or pulling away. There was no sound aside from our footfalls advancing in unison. We simply witnessed together this quiet sort of breaking. The only way to stop it would have been to stand still. The gap between us stretched and opened, allowing us to step through it to the place where that image disappeared. These are my best gifts. A slick liar's tongue, the charm of a petty thief, ribs like a junkyard dog. I want you to have them and have them and have them, please. They and I are for you. I used to carry secrets like marbles in my mouth. Now I laugh without choking. You know to hold a piece of an infinite heart without asking how much. So I'm from Midland, Texas. Anybody out from West Texas? Anybody? Yeah, a few out there. So, if you've ever seen West Texas, it's mostly just flatness and pump jacks. So, imagine. Hometown. My third Christmas morning hangover in as many years. I hide it well. And this Christmas seems like every family photo of holidays past exposed directly on top of each other. These moments are recycled, reenactments instead of reality, and despite my headache, I never miss a cue. For 11 days, I marvel at the desert flatness, the way the road rolls out ahead like the end is affixed to the bottom of the sky. I count the dozens of pump jacks, try to find two in time with each other. I am at the age when celebrities seem to be getting older, and I am getting older than celebrities. I am alone on the front porch, aside from the plastic glowing baby Jesus. The plastic glowing nativity scene, Joseph and baby Jesus with their burnt out Mary. I've noticed that the plastic glowing baby Jesus seems comical where it used to seem threatening. Pictures of my 90s bangs and snaggle teeth on my mother's mantle seem endearing instead of embarrassing. I've decided I'm the type of person who wears cowboy boots proudly. And yes, my decisions have been heartbreaking, and my mother will cry at the airport. But I'll come back here in the summer because I always do. And the sky will open all around me and say, welcome back. Postbellum. There is nothing finer than my lady's deep pink fingernails. Nothing finer than her blood-plumped lips, ripe red as the robin's breast as he flits and picks insects on our lawns. I've come so far from the moment a monster cradled my heart like a hand grenade, slid out the pin with magazine teeth, and held me close for the last 3.2 seconds of my uninterrupted sweetness. Shrapnel used to surface from my skin every time I came, but I am clear now, lush and greener than ever. I have finally learned to give more than petty tokens, a pair of my underwear, a few handwritten notes, more than things to remember me by. I'm gonna do two more. So this one goes out to my wife, Ashley, who's here. Give it up for my wife, Ashley. So our marriage is legal now and stuff. So I'm really excited about that. Let's hear it for equality. This is the rest. You washed the sheets today because the cat threw up in there. We are glad about the clean sheets. The pleasant smell, tidiness will ruin by thrashing around, a fresh attempt at sleeping well. As we smooth them across our bed made for queens, you comment that you would like new sheets, but that you love these. I am reminded of my old narrow twin, waking frantic, tangled, speaking aloud into darkness as if prayer could unhaunt me. Have I told you that for you I am unfolding, becoming bearable? Have I mentioned that clean sheets are enough to make a lovely day? Because I know that every new set of sheets to come will be a practice in compromise, an investment, the latest color of rest, the plans I repeatedly make and untidy with you. All right, so this is my last one. Again, I don't know if any of you have had this particular experience. I'm hoping maybe a few of you in the room can identify. This is not my first gray hair. The first I plucked in a surge of panic. Leaned over the bathroom sink alone, nose to nose with my own horrified expression. I spoke of it to no one. This, my second gray hair, snapped to my attention, a sudden silver glare. Remember, we were both standing in front of the mirror and I said, "Hey, look," and you stood on tiptoe and found it with your fingers. "Do you want me to pull it out?" you asked. "No," I said, "I'll keep it." We'd been married, 6 months? And working so much overtime made pulling the silver hair seem futile. And oh, how I hated that apartment. The domestic disturbances of the neighbors, the cracks in the windows, the occasional foul smells. Though I admit I liked that bathroom mirror, simply because we could stand in front of it together, and I found it easier to look at myself when I could see you too. It made me consider that first place we shared when you first moved in with me. I remember the sweet shock of you in my bed every morning, you inhabiting the same spaces that previously contained only my solitary silence. The hours of my life I felt almost had not existed for lack of witnesses. Last night you tilted my head toward the bright lights in our new bathroom in our new house, and you searched the deep dark of my hair for another strand of silver. "Surely that one isn't alone," you said. And I said, "If it is, it won't be for long." Thank you.
Yeah.